Hey, Astro Nerd. I'm surprised you popped in. I didn't message you to let you know I was getting on. I appreciate you honoring the notification, though. How are you doing tonight, hon? I left off on the middle of a week, and I'm planning to just kind of finish out the week. I've been sick since Sunday, and I'm still not feeling 100%, but... Oh, please don't crash. Please? Okay, there we go. That was... Yeah, I had a nice thing going on where, like, I was playing a week at a time, and I'm gonna try and just even out the week. So I'm literally only going to be playing... Yeah, through the 14th. Oh, that is loud. Is that loud for you? Well, that's fun. Okay, that makes me want to go grab something quick. 1 second. Let me go grab something quick. 1 second. Okay. Multi-tools. I can't show you part of this because it has the company I work for's name on it. But we gave everyone for Mother's Day got this neat little flip out multi-tool thing. Is this what you mean when you say multi-tool? Like when I think multi-tool, I think of something this style that has like the knife and the screwdriver tips and stuff, but I could be thinking of something completely different. I just thought it was funny that you brought it up because I literally just got one of these as a our team that handles all of like the internal gifts and things. Leatherman's a good brand. I've heard good things. But I did it cheesy, and I made the note that everyone got with these because I got one of these in a flower. For the mom who does everything, a tool that can do everything. I know, I'm so clever. But, yeah. Everyone's getting them also for Father's Day, so I'm gonna make a Father's Day version of it. And the fathers are also getting a flower. We're making everything equitable. I had to reach out to a couple of people that I know are on the gender spectrum where they don't fall into that binary, because like it is because that is how I identify, and that was gifted to me by my husband's girlfriend. You can only really see it when I'm in chatting mode, I guess, as opposed to gameplay. It like cuts off for whatever reason. I also got two Night finally got a chance to wrap that rock that I showed off, the moss agate, so that I can wear it. It makes me very happy. But yeah, I reached out and I was like, I'm sorry if this is awkward, because we're giving all of the girls a multi-tool and a flower for Mother's Day, and all the boys a multi-tool and a flower for Father's Day. And I know you don't vibe with either of those categories, but I don't want you to miss out or feel lumped in. How do you want me to handle this? And like, it feels awkward to ask, but the people that I did ask were like, I appreciate you asking. I will take it whenever you want me to take it. I wish there was just like a generic caretaker's day. There probably is. It's just not as widely noted. Okay, what was I doing? I have a ton of bok choy seeds. I have a ton of blackberries. Oh, right. We need the Crusader because we are specifically doing the Fragments of the Past quest, and we need to fight a lot of skeletons, and the Crusader's good against the skeletons. So as much as like we want to get to triggering those cutscenes, I think I'm just going to be spending a lot of time fighting skeletons to make sure that I complete that quest today. Yeah, it's just like I know that like manufacturing while also being like a male dominated field, it's also just like my company tries to be with the times, but like I do recognize that some things that we do are very just have like this weird gender default to them, and like they made it inclusive in the way that like you didn't have to have a kid to get the present, you know. It was to all people one way or the other, but at the same time, uh, oh, something said it was for a bun. Yam! We have our yam for the fall crops. Oh, and we need a corn. We can go and drop those off right now. Excellent. And I missed an eggplant. Cool. And we needed the bok choy for something too. I feel like a lot of people were requesting bok choy. Emily wants a frozen tear. Sebastian wants a pumpkin. I don't think we have any pumpkins ready yet though. Jody wants a cherry. Okay. We need the yam though. I don't have any cherries. Frozen tea. I have a ton of those. Okay. I do not need that many actually. Let's go see if we get lucky and if there's a cherry up here. I mean, that might be a sign to take a caffeine break. We got a pomegranate to give to Elliot! Not that we need it, because after last time, Elliot is doing really well. I was a... Ooh, we need it for the enchantment bundle too, though. No cherry, though, for Jody. Like, that was something, I know, you know, earlier this year I had a bit where, like, I couldn't... I had something going on where just, like, caffeinated beverages in general, and I get all of my caffeine from soda. I don't drink coffee. I don't like coffee. I am not a enjoys bitter flavors kind of person. I am a sweet tooth all day, every day kind of person. And but I had it for a moment earlier this year where I just like did not want anything to do with anything with like bubbles in it. And took like a 3 or 4 week caffeine fast because of it. And quitting caffeine for a bit and then coming back to it is powerful. You feel powerful. Which I know that's like, you know, caffeine dependency. Not great, but at the same time. Okay, anything else I can... yeah, I'm just gonna take one of those back. Let's actually see what other... Did my help wanted mod break again? Or do I just have too many quests active for it? I probably have too many quests active for it. I will be bummed if help wanted broke again, though. Alright, now that I've been just putzing around here with... Alright, there we go. Okay, let's bring Emily her tier. And then we'll go and put the corn and the yam in the community center, and then we will go and kick butt. Oh, I need to go down to the... There's too much going on. Hi, Claire. An okay day. Oh, okay. You messaged me about that earlier. That's exciting. I cannot whistle. I don't know why. I just cannot. But I'm proud of you. Good job. You're in your house, right? Have you been using the whistling to summon the doggo? Oh, okay. It's this cutscene. Secret hobby I've been practicing for months. Sit back, relax, and allow yourself to be carried away to a better place. Whee! I feel like every time we walk into Emily's house, we end up with a contact high. It was amazing. That was quite a workout. Haven't been this sweaty since I ordered pepper platter at Abigail's graduation fiesta. I just came here to give you a rock. You didn't have to do a whole song and dance routine. I appreciate you, though. Here, have a rock. Prize ticket. We're gonna go cash it in. Murphy is such a cute puppy. Like, he does not... Like, looks so cute, he doesn't even look real sometimes. You know what I mean? It's like, that is too perfect of a puppy. Book! Bait and bobber. Fishing kill. I'd rather read about it than actually do it. Oh, it leveled us. Neat. Okay. We're gonna go check the cart lady. And then we'll go and put stuff. How so? How can something that cute be a little butthole? Like, he sleeps the other half. Is he like super hyper when he is awake? Pine tar! We need that for the community center too. Yay! Ooh, that's... We're about to start getting maple syrup. I don't need to. What? Oh, that... That's hilarious. I have to quick hit the allow button because apparently the auto mod has held your comment because it contains the phrase bite you because it's sex related. I mean, honestly, same with my cat. Except it's more claws maybe than bites, but... Oh, no, I didn't want to buy that. What did I buy? I was just clicking back onto the... Well, apparently I have plum pudding now. But that's hilarious that apparently the phrase bite you is something that Twitch picks up and is just like, that's too sexual. Chicken. I'm also going to apologize if I sniffle a lot in this video. I am still sick. Well, I mean, I think it's more of like a risk of harassment thing. Like, you don't want people coming into the stream and being like, oh my god, you're so hot, I want to bite you, or I want to sniff your feet, or whatever, right? Like, it's okay if the streamer is putting it out there and people are willingly hopping into the chat, but for the streamer to have someone hop into chat and super sexualize them when they're just sitting in their bedroom at night playing a video game. I'm gonna mute so I can blow my nose quick. 1 second. Sorry. Being sick sucks. Claire, we got a Claire cutscene. Hello. I'm on my break. This is a screenplay I'm reading. I own too many to count. Have you heard of Ursula's Labyrinth? No. Tell me about it. It's an old thriller movie, but it's one of my favorites. Each time I read the screenplay, I discover a hidden detail I missed before. It is it's the same that I wore in the first stream. I wore it partially because I have the necklace now, but also it's not a dress. It's pants. It's a little, I don't know if you'll be able to, like, they're individual legs. I can't, I'm in too tight of a space to actually show you. But I really like this outfit. It is, I'll send you a picture later. I'll send you a picture later. I have your phone number. I love it, though. And it's very comfy, like, the fabric's nice and soft. I feel like it's very, like, retro looking, though. Okay, back to the cutscene, sorry. I've wanted to become an actress ever since I was a little girl. I chase that dream every day. Sorry, shift starts again soon. It was a pleasure talking to you. Always a pleasure, Claire. You were delightful. Okay, so we have fall crops, corn, yam, we just need the elusive pumpkin. And that will be set. And then we also have exotic foraging? Pine tar. Do. Ooh, autumn's bounty. So we literally just need our winter stuff, and we will have the quarry, and we can start our tree farm. Fantastic. And then I didn't bring pomegranate with me, did I? Oh well. Okay, let's go fight skeletons. One of the worst parts about being sick when you have a young child is they do not understand why. Like, they don't understand that you're sick, and they don't understand why you don't want to play with them or take them on walks or be active with them when you are sick. I was feeling just well enough this evening, though, that I took Jasper. Ooh, give me mushroom. There's like a empty field, and I'm in the middle, like, it's not a subdivision, but it's a neighborhood. And there's, like, spots where there are streets that intersect with this one main street. And where there's space to have another street, instead it's like a line of trees and empty grass. And someone maintains it. I assume it's the city, because they'll go in and, like, a couple times over the summer and they'll mow the grass down or whatever, right? But today's entertainment was walking down to said field, and I took a bubble wand with me, and I just kind of held it and waved it back and forth, and he picked up a stick and just ran around in circles around the field, chasing the bubbles to hit them with said stick. He thought it was amazing. He was so entertained, and I was like, this is all I can stand to do right now. I'm glad you're getting as much enjoyment out of it as you are. Because I don't have the energy for anything else. I know, too, when my husband was watching him earlier today while I was trying and failing to get anything productive done for work. He had him this morning for a couple of hours, and the game that they were playing was kept sending him on missions into space, and space was his bedroom with the lights turned off, and he had to go and find aliens and bring back, like, alien life form specimens or whatever, which were the stuffed animals that are kept on his bed. And now he is obsessed with the idea of space, and we have like a single book that has, oh, so many skeletons. This is great. Um, he has like a single book that has like a bunny that wants to go on a rocket into space, and he asked for that book like 4 times today when I was watching him. uh, my kiddo is adorable. I know that it's usually just like you and me and maybe 2 other people here, but I would appreciate not mentioning his name in chat. If I say it on accident, like, I try not to. I try, sometimes I fail, but, like, kiddo doesn't need to be. Okay, we are very close. We might not need to spend the next 2 days just in if we keep getting floors like that where we get a ton of skeleton spawns. Yeah, no worries. It's fine. It's just like that whole thing about children on the internet can be pretty dubious, you know? And like, I'm never going to have him on a stream, but like, I try. The only place that like I have photos is of him online outside of like a protected cloud drive. I have it on a Facebook that's like set completely to private. Like I try not. Yeah. It's no worries. It's just a thing. People can be weird about kids. We're just gonna go back up to 70. That should. Oh my gosh, it's like all of the bats that I ran away from the first time were just chilling, hanging out. That is exactly what happened. It didn't reset. Weird. Do I have to go all the way up? No, because this looks different. Hmm. When does your summer job start? I know you just wrapped up school stuff, Astro Nerd. Have you already started it? Or I might have already asked you this. I'm sorry if I'm repeating stuff. I'm just trying to think of things to talk about. Nice. It's nice that you get like a weekish break. That's something that, like, I know I have as a adult with an adult job, I have a set amount of vacation time, but I wish there was something comparable to like school breaks. where it was just like you could rely on having a time of year. Like, it's something that's talked about at my office actually fairly frequently because our owners are in France, and like in France, I guess a lot of companies have like, I don't know if it's just like if it's each company chooses the month to do this or if it's always August. But like in France, all of our French employees just like don't work in August. I need to look it up more, but like I wish that there was something like that where it's like, yes, you can have your vacation time and your vacation days. I've already burned a lot of mine being sick, I feel like, this year. But like we don't need to work the entire month of August. And just knowing that you'll get that break time every single year, it would be amazing. But we can't even get paid paternity and maternity leave here, so we're probably also never going to get anything like that. Yeah, it's like, yay, financial independence. Boo, having to operate on a schedule and do things I wouldn't otherwise be doing. I've been finding it just difficult, too, to, like, there are projects I should be working on and I should be spending my time on, and then there's, like, the projects that I actually feel motivated to complete. I was referred to a psychiatrist for ADHD meds, and I haven't heard back from them yet, but I feel like I need those in order to actually become fully functioning at work again, because it feels like I'm never doing enough, and then what I do too much of. Nope, wrong place. Okay. Bus stop. Having the extra option because of the polyamory suite mod. Oh, there's throwing me. I have a ton of you. I have enough of you. It's fine. Based on the last time I was there, I'll probably be doing a lot of deliveries, too. Oh, hey, that gives you time to, like, audiobook in the car. Just drive around listening to your little stuff. I'm excited, too, because I'm going to be moving offices soon. And as much as I love sitting around the people I get to sit around, like, it's nice to be able to chat. It's also just, like, it's too loud. I don't feel like I can take any calls while I'm in the office. Like, I was too spoiled by my previous job. They paid shit, but I had my own office with a closing door. And that was excellent. And all of it? Okay. Oh, and all the bok choy. But the new office, it's still going to be cubicles, but there's just going to be a lot less people because it's a lot more people that have hybrid work schedules like I do. Everyone who I sit by right now are pretty much always work in office people. And I'm moving over to be with the rest of the people who work from home at least a portion of the time. Do I really have 6 more days until I get any pumpkins? Ancient fruit, look at, you can see the little buds on it. Ah, amazing. So many cranberries. Okay. We'll sell all of those at Pierre's. Do I have any other geodes I can go crack quick? Oh, and we will give the girl who loves to eat rocks a rock. Where's my amethyst? Not in there. I know it's not in there. Boop. Oak resin. Maple syrup still has a day, but we have oak resin. Okay, yeah. The help wanted mod broke again. It's so nice to be able to take multiple quests at a time, though. Oh, why are you down here? You're like never make a lot of friends in town yet. For me, they come and go. The current crowd is nice and friendly, though. I feel like everyone's been living here for quite a long time. What do you mean by that, Marlon? Yeah, I guess like Elliot and Leah are new. And me. Alayne is new. Alright, and that. Alright, so we've put in the number of bones we need, but I put in more bones than actually required so that I put in bones I already have. We still need to collect more. So more skeleton fights after we go and give the birthday girl an amethyst and plant some more fall crops. Hi, Harvey. It's a bit strange at first to move into an apartment directly above my workplace. Oh, I guess Harvey's new. Okay, yeah, there's a decent amount of new people, I guess. I'll never have a better commute, though. Victor. Saw Linus walking around Pelican Town last night. I felt bad. So please, if you have 1,000 gold just lying around, I would love it. He turned it down, said he didn't need it because the valley gives him everything he needs. The valley gives me everything I need too, but I'm not... Oh, it's only... Oh no, it's 50. I did not see the correct number of zeros. Wow, that extra backpack upgrade is expansive. I have a bunch of bok choy. I think I am going to do The turnaround on bok choy is just really nice. Not really. I don't go on Etsy very much. Why, have you been window shopping on Etsy a lot recently? Like, it's usually if I'm looking for something very specific, that's when I'll go on Etsy. I also try to find, like, local sellers when I can, though. Like, this year, as, like, a Christmas, Yule, whatever present, I got everyone who plays in my Pathfinder game dice that I felt fit their character. Oh, right, because that's, anyway. And I just, like, nothing that I found at, like, any of our local game stores were vibing with me for 2 of my, 4 at the time. I'm gonna need to we just had someone join, and I'm going to need to get him a new set that will match his character once I actually get to meet his character a little bit more. Like, we have the character concept that we've discussed, but I need to actually, like, experience the character in role play before I fully get his vibe. If that makes sense. Bok choy. I'm also going to have to get one as a returning gift. Because I have a friend who was in the game, had to move down to Texas, has been out of the game for a while, and is going to be rejoining when he moves back in July. And I already have a feel for his character because we've played that character before. I think it's going to have to be something like Electric Blue. But, like, one of my, the character that Knight plays, just, like, oh, you're window shopping while you watch me play. Very nice. Are you looking at dice? Or what are you looking at? Like, I'm curious, is it multi-tools again? Okay, back to the Z-Mines. Take the mine carts. Bolt action pens. That's very specific. Why do you need a bolt action pen? Oh, I can go and sell this sword. Do I have another bone sword lying around in here? Oh. I'll go sell it quick. That's fair. A satisfying to write with pen is always a good thing to have. Ugh. Give me your bones! I need to look up too if because there are more winter crops now. They're specifically powder melons, and I'm wondering if I save up all of my mixed seeds for the winter, if I plant them, will they all turn into powder melon seeds? Please leave me alone. I seek the bones. I do not seek you. Come here. I'm trying to even think of what the last thing I got off of Etsy. It might have been like wedding supplies related. Like I think we got table numbers for our tables. When we had the wedding. We also got, we did this thing where instead of having like a guest book, we had this tree and these little, like, we got the tree and we got the ornaments. We had like paper ornaments for them. And instead of having a guest book, we asked people to like write little notes on the paper ornaments and hang them on the tree. And then we took time out of our ceremony. We had a friend perform a song, a friend that we had fly in perform a song, but we also had, she was accompanied by my husband's girlfriend plays violin and other instruments, but mainly violin. They performed a song together, and while they were performing the song, we like sat down and read a bunch of the messages and like incorporated that into the ceremony. And then we shared some of our favorites, which was very cute. And it also it worked out in a really sweet way. One of the notes was like, hey, this whole family hasn't seen each other very often, like recently before this. When are we going to have the next family reunion? And that then spurred my husband's mother into planning a family reunion. And they had this family reunion hosted at their house, and it ended up being like taking place like a month before she passed away. So it was a really nice thing that we were able to, having this little note thing also spurred that connection there and made it so that everyone was, you know, just in the same place, that maybe they wouldn't have seen her necessarily again before she passed if we hadn't had the little family reunion set up. That was spurred by the note that happened at our wedding. So, I love those dice. They're like, I got for Yule, I got those from you, and then I also got a set from my brother, and they're like the main two sets of dice that I've been using since I got them. Although I lost the D20. I found it again. It was missing for a while, and it ended up being that my cat has really taken to liking to play with dice. And minis. We found that out the hard way. I stepped on and broke my husband's custom Hero Forge mini that he had made for his character in my game, and I felt awful about it because the cat had grabbed it off the counter and dragged it down to the floor. And she stole the shiny D20 from the set you gave me and like stashed it under a tape, under like a folding table in the laundry room. And I just found it like 2 days ago. Hurts to hear that I found it. I didn't step on it, find it. I found it like saw that it was tucked under something. I'm sorry that I almost lost it. The cat just really likes dice. She, much like your Murphy, though, is a little brat and likes to also bite and claw, and it's like a thing too. She usually doesn't like. She's usually gentle about it, but like she will. Oh yeah, we're going to another player at my table is now living with someone who has a 3D printer. And I think we're going to have, we talked about having a session where we take a time out to go and make things off of Hero Forge. And then we're going to just we're going to do the thing where instead of like ordering the mini for like 40 or whatever, depending on how the material you make it out of, it costs like $5 to just get the CAD file or whatever it is that you need in order to print it off of a 3D printer. And we're just gonna give his brother like cost of materials and he's gonna print them for us. So we'll probably do that when the other player comes back. We're gonna jump from a 4-player table to a 6-player table over like the course of 2 months, which is fine. I think it will be good overall. The mix of people at the table right now, I feel like sometimes there's a little bit of decision paralysis. And I know that they're both very good at role play and are very good at they're very good at like filling silences and coming up with banter, and I just know that they're all going to do well together. So I'm excited to have the game started with 6 people. We started with one of the people left because moved down to Texas, but now he's moving back, and then another pair of people were dating and ended up breaking up, and one person from the couple stayed in, and the other person decided that they were going to dip out. So we'll be back up to the 6 players that I intended to have. And then we need 3 more. Okay, I am going to quick run to the bathroom though. Like, it feels bad because this is already going to be a short stream already that I keep be right backing, but I will be right back. Okay, I am back. Yeah. I'm curious to see though if like the current character that I'm playing, not the game I'm running, the game that my husband is running, I'm curious to see if I could even make her in a way that I'd be happy with her on like Hero Forge, just because she is so... Oh, we do have pumpkins! Ha! There we go. Oh, we're one short of the... That's okay. We have a lot of pumpkins in the ground. We'll get another. We'll get another harvest of 1 more gold pumpkin. We can put that 1 regular pumpkin in the community center. But like she has she very specifically, the thing I don't think I'd be able to recreate with her, I'm not sure if Hero Forge has like deer antlers as an option. Are you aware of any that has like deer antlers for a character as an option, Astro Nerd? It could be that they do, and I just haven't been on it at all recently. Oh, okay, well then perfect. She's like a custom. It was a thing where I made like variant tieflings for my campaign. Well, I made variant tieflings for a campaign that I tried to run a few years ago when I was pregnant in the middle of COVID, and it was all virtual, and I just got too exhausted to try and play it again, or to try and run it again. I might think about revisiting it. It was interesting concept, I think. Oh! Well, we need a milk. Oh, and we can get the other rare crow. Ha! Could spend all your time just navigating. Yeah, definitely. One second though. What else do we... Animal bundle needs milk. We've got that large milk. It doesn't need cheese though, and I think we already finished off the artisan bundle, so I don't think we need the... I don't think we need the cheese for anything except that it's a loved gift for Leah. But that's all right. But yeah, basically I made these variant tiefling races. The game I was running, it was in 5e, and I liked the idea of having tieflings that weren't necessarily like basically the idea was that tiefling was a blanket term for anyone that had extra planar parentage. So if red tieflings all had parentage from like the equivalent of the hells, right? And where do I need coverage? But I also have green tieflings who have parentage from the Fae. And then we also have blue tieflings who have eldritch parentage, basically. So I created them for that 5e game, and then when I restarted my Pathfinder game, I ported them over into the Pathfinder game. No one ended up playing them, but in the game that I'm running right now, but I like the concept. And then my husband, when he was like, I want to try and run a game, ended up deciding that he wanted to use them in his world as well. I think partially he wanted to do it because he was very attached to the character he had created for the first game that I ran with these tieflings. And, like, I gave them all equivalents, like, in the 5e specifically, because, like, in 5e tieflings, they get fire resistance, and, like, they get a couple of spells when you get to certain levels that they have. I gave them, like, equivalent racial spells, like, the greens, because they were fey and they're all foresty, got, like, a druid cantrip that would let them, like, cause plants to sprout and things like that, or decipher where north was. And the blue got access to They natively had water breathing, and they had like electric and cold resistance, and then the greens had like poison and acid resistance. I'll see if I can find them again. But I wouldn't mind running that game again. It became an interesting thing of I didn't think deeply enough about the concept and with enough care about the people that I was playing with, where I was like, oh, I want to make this like an explorer campaign where all of you guys are like established in this continent, and I wanted to give the continent backstory, so I like wrote up all of this stuff about like the known world. And like there's this whole like political thing where like there was an empire that was ruled by elves, and like the elves had kind of decided that they were going to be paternalistic over the rest of the world because everyone else is too short-lived and therefore too short-sighted to rule themselves. So there was like an elven empire, but also a competing empire that was ruled by dragonborn, and all of the other, pretty much everyone who wasn't a dwarf was mostly forced into one of these two empires. There was a collection of freehold, human, mostly, like city states that had all kind of made an uneasy alliance to like keep both of the empires out. And then there was like an ever fluctuating border between the dragonborn and the elves, and the dwarves were all underground, so they were doing their own thing. And then there was like an island off to the side where it was populated by orcs and humans, and they used to coexist there peacefully. But in order to like further their colonial like goals, the elves started funding the humans and like encouraging human extremism against the orcs, and the dragonborn started backing the orcs, and there's like a whole proxy war going on. And I created all of this backstory for this place that they were going to be immediately leaving, because the actual crux of the game was that they were supposed to uh, basically they were being sent by the elves, um, to go and explore a newly discovered continent. And like they had sent out a scouting mission basically, and they had found 3 potential points of interest, and it was up to the players which of these potential points of interest they wanted to go and see. And I had different ideas for like the kinds of cultures and stuff they would run into based off of which of 3 points of interest. And the whole thing was that the points of interest had varying lengths of time that it would take to sell there, and they had a set budget. And I had this dossier that they were handed session 1. It was like, okay, you're going to need a crew. You're not going to be able to do everything on your own. This is, in essence, a Civ builder campaign. You need to, with this pot of money I've given you, purchase ships, hire people, find people who like you're going to need a doctor. So here are doctors of varying levels, and you can hire basically a super good doctor, but they're going to be really expensive to keep on, or more of a newbie doctor and save your money, but it might bite you in the butt down the road. Bee house. I got a bee house. It's too late in the game, they're too late in the season to really put it out and be useful, but I got a bee house, and that is exciting. But anyway, I didn't like, I created this whole like interesting thing with the proxy war going on and everything, but I didn't like think hard enough about the people I play with and how in a game that is in essence a colonizer game, how anti-colonizer everyone who I know is. And the game quickly spiraled into like a couple of people who were actually taking like the civ building aspect seriously, and like there was one person who like basically made his character into a conquistador. She was a paladin, Her name was Isadora. She was great. And then, like, a group of people who were like, you know what? We just got here. We chose this. Of the 3 points of interest you gave us, we chose this one because you specifically said they didn't find any pre-existing civilization living here. But now that we're here and we're actually exploring, we found proof of a civilization. This isn't gonna work. We're gonna just totally defect from the civilization, or from the colonizing, and go and be freedom fighters with this group that's already here. And I was too tired. That just... I got a prismatic shard from a soot sprite? Not only do I have 2 prismatic shards, and I'm only in fall, I got a prismatic shard from a soot sprite. She was, and it was great. She was like a half elf, and the whole thing was like half elves culturally, with these like paternalistic, with these like paternalistic elven conquerors, was that like they would purposely have half elves, and like they were treated well because they were considered to be like good bridges between human populations and the elven populations. So like she was very much like had like drunk the special sauce of like, I'm a half elf, I'm a bridge between, I must show everyone the glory of the elven empire or whatever. And uh one of the people who defected, though, which was also a character being played by my partner Knight, the whole thing was that elves, like, they were like, okay, we're very smart. We're not the sturdiest fighters, so we're going to choose a group to favor, and they'll be our main fighting force. And the group that they chose were the Tabaxi. And he was playing a Tabaxi he was playing a Tabaxi Blood Hunter, which is like the Matt Mercer made this class, Witcher-esque class. It was when Witcher was really big, so he was very excited to be playing a Witcher. And he just was like completely like, my character has been a lap cat to the elves for too long. I'm going to go and fight for these halflings that we just found that were living in secret on the other side of the world. It was great. Alright, cutscene. And actually, I think this is another Claire cutscene. We're getting all the Claire ones today. Did Caroline forget about aerobics class today? Maybe she got caught up with gardening in her greenhouse. It's not even a Tuesday. Sorry about the locked door, ladies. Let's go work up a sweat. Aerobics. Oh, hello, Alayne. I overheard some ladies in town. There's an aerobics class? It looks like a lot of fun. Yeah, they meet up once a week. Your community has so much personality. Very different feeling from my home in the countryside. There aren't many people out there. You should get more involved here. Oh, I don't know. I'm just an outsider. Not for long. Give it a chance. I'll think about it. Well, I'm going to finish reading the screenplay before my break is over. It was a pleasure talking to you. Yay! And now, even if we complete the community center, Claire will still come to town every Tuesday. I just feel inspired when people talk about their own worlds. It's really hard for me to force creativity. Things also usually have to come to me naturally, and it will be just like inspired by a concept most of the time. Right? Like, it's a little bit sacrilege to donate a prismatic shard this early, but I don't care. I already have one that I'm saving to get the cool sword. It'll be fine. I don't want any of these. Okay. But yeah, like, I was inspired by the idea of, like, creating a campaign that specifically is, like, about people going and exploring a new unsettled territory and, like, having to deal with, you know, running into the locals and figuring out how to handle things. The idea of, like, having it be like a civ builder and them having to put a lot of work in at the front end. Like, we had a whole, like, session and a half. Oh! And that completes that reward. Excellent. Oh, 1 second. Oh, sorry about that. Like, if I get really jazzed up about a concept, okay, if we don't need to be in the mines, I'm going to spend probably the rest of the day... What do I want to spend the rest of the day doing? Yeah, if inspiration hits just right, and I'm like, oh, that's a really cool concept. What could I do with this concept? I'll go ham. But okay, I think that's all I need. Oh, okay, cool. Help wanted is working again. Pumpkin mead. Oh, hilarious. I literally just found one and I can't. Do I have oranges? Okay, reading that makes me not want to bring it to him. Tonight is not going to be... I need to go to bed soon, too. Tonight's not going to be fun to sleep, though, with how I'm coughing. But yeah, like, if a concept really strikes me... There was also a game I was going to run, and the concept of this game was that it was going to be easy for people to jump in and out as needed, because there wasn't going to be an overarching storyline. It was just going to be... There's a global adventurers guild, and you guys can pick up quests from this adventurers guild. But the whole, like, the part that inspired me for that was specifically, oh gosh, I can't even remember the name of the place right now. It no longer exists, but... Okay, talking is making me cough too much. I'm gonna go get a drink, and then you can go to bed, I'll finish the day, and we can be done. I'm sorry, I'm sick and I keep coughing. Okay, drink acquired. Sorry that I keep coughing. When I'm not coughing up a lung trying to talk, remind me next time you come on one of my streams, remind me to tell you the story of the game, which is where I met Knight. Okay? Okay. And until then, if you want to duck out, I'm only going to be playing for like 10 more minutes anyway, but if you want to head to bed, head to bed. Astronerd. Good night.